Hello, dear children. Welcome to today's class. Now, today we are going to start our next chapter of microeconomics, that is, theory of supply. In this chapter, we'll be learning that what do we mean by supply, what are the various determinants of individual supply or your market supply, what is the supply function, how the supply curve is formed, and then what is the law of supply. Then likewise, we learnt about the movement along the demand curve. Similarly, on similar lines, here also in this chapter, we are going to learn about the movement along the supply curve and the shifts of the supply curve. And lastly, we are going to conclude with a discussion of price elasticity of supply. In this presentation, we'll be first concentrating on the meaning of supply and majorly determinants of supply. Meaning of supply. Now, supply of a commodity refers to a schedule or a table showing various quantities of a commodity that a producer are willing to sell at different possible prices of a commodity at a point of time. बेटा जब भी हम सप्लाई की बात करते हैं तो सप्लाई तो गुड्स की प्रोड्यूसर्स ही करते हैं. तो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सप्लाई फ्रॉम द प्रोड्यूसर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. So we say that various quantities of a commodity that a producers are willing to sell at different possible prices of a commodity at a given point of time is what we mean by supply of a commodity. And obviously, producers would like to supply more when the prices are high, and you can see that the supply curve is positively sloped. Fine. The quantity is being shown on the x-axis, price on y-axis. So the quantity is increasing as and when the price of the commodity is increasing. Now there is a difference between supply and stock. So these are two different concepts. Now let us learn the distinction between supply and stock. The first basis of distinction is meaning. Supply refers to a quantity of a commodity offered for sale corresponding to different possible prices of a commodity, whereas stock refers to the total quantity of a commodity available with the producer for the present or future sale. मतलब सप्लाई की बात जब हम करते हैं तो हम सप्लाई के लिए कहते हैं कि वो क्वांटिटी है कमोडिटी की विच द प्रोड्यूसर ऑफर फॉर सेल एट डिफरेंट पॉसिबल प्राइजेस ऑफ अ कमोडिटी. यानी कि अगर प्राइस इतनी होगी तो प्रोड्यूसर कितनी कमोडिटी को ऑफर करेगा मार्केट में सेल के लिए. लेकिन अगर स्टॉक की बात करते हैं तो स्टॉक रेफर्स टू the total quantity of a commodity which is available in the warehouse, in the stock of a producer for present and for future sale. So the next basis of distinction concept, supply is a flow concept. It is measured per unit of time period, whereas when we talk about stock of good, stock is not a flow concept. It is measured at a point of time. Like we all are commerce students, when we prepare the balance sheet, we write on the top of balance sheet as at on this particular date. So there we are mentioning stock on the asset side. So stock is nothing but the amount available for your raw material of your finished goods that can be used in the next accounting period. So that is why whenever we talk about stock, we talk about stock at a particular point of time. When we are showing stock in the balance sheet, we are recording the value of the stock on the last day of the financial year. Therefore, stock is not a flow concept. It is recorded or measured at a point of time. Then the third basis of distinction is relation to. Supply is always related to price of a commodity. Supply is always related to a price of a commodity. Whenever we talk about supply, we talk about it in relation of price, whereas stock is not related to price of a commodity. It indicates the इन्वेंट्री ऑफ द फर्म कि एक फर्म के पास, एक प्रोड्यूसर के पास कितना वेयर हाउस में, इन्वेंट्री में स्टॉक है. We talk about stock. It is basically indicating the amount of inventory stored with a firm. Whereas whenever we talk about supply, it is related to the price of a commodity. Now again, there is a difference between, just like we learned the difference between quantity and quantity demanded. Similarly, these two concepts, supply and quantity supplied, are different concepts. Supply refers to the entire schedule showing various quantities of a commodity offered for sale at different possible prices of that commodity, whereas quantity supplied refers to a specific amount offered for sale at a specific price of a commodity. मतलब अगर if I'm talking about that, yes, that a producer is willing to supply 10 units of commodity when the price is rupees 15 per unit. So when I'm talking about a particular quantity supplied at a particular price, then the concept used is quantity supplied. But when I'm saying that, okay, the producer is willing to supply 10 units of a commodity at price 15 and 20 units of a commodity when the price is 20, 25 units of a commodity when the price is, let's say, 30. So that is, I'm talking about the supply. So supply refers to the entire schedule showing various quantities of a commodity offered for sale at different possible prices of that commodity. The next term is supply schedule. It's a table showing various quantities of a commodity offered for sale at different possible price of that commodity, and we may have individual supply schedule or market supply schedule. Now you can see, bache, that this is a schedule which is showing the price in rupees per unit, and this is the quantity supplied. Now at price 10, quantity supplied is 12 by a producer. At price 15, quantity supplied is 20 by the producer, and at price 20, quantity supplied is 25, and at price 25 per unit, quantity supplied is 30 per unit. So this is an individual supply schedule. And if I talk about, see, if I talk about an individual quantity supplied, let's say this, that at price 15, quantity supplied is 20 units. So this is quantity supplied. This whole schedule is supply, and this particular quantity at a particular price, this particular quantity supplied, that is 20 units at a particular price 15, is quantity supplied. So let's discuss what is individual supply schedule. It refers to the supply schedule of an individual firm in a market, and it shows different quantities supplied by a firm, individual producer, at different prices of a commodity. So you can see that this again is a individual supply schedule. Fine. So this is your individual supply at price 5. Quantity supplied by a particular producer is 0. At price 10, Per unit quantity supplied is 10, at price 15 quantity supplied is 20, and at price 20 quantity supplied is 30. Fine. So let's proceed towards the next topic, that is supply curve. Now if we plot the individual supply schedule on a graph where prices are being shown on y-axis and quantity supplied are being shown on x-axis, we are going to get supply curve. So supply curve is a graphic presentation of supply schedule showing various quantities of a commodity offered for sale at different possible prices of that commodity. So individual supply curve is a graphic representation of supply schedule of an individual firm in a market. Now you can see the quantity supplied is being shown on x-axis and prices are being shown on y-axis. At price 5 here, the quantity supplied is 0. So this point is here. We are going to make 1 point. Then at price 10, quantity supplied is also 10. So this is the point. At price 15, quantity supplied is 20. So here is the meeting point on the graph, and at price 20, quantity supplied is 30. So if I'm going to join all the points, I'm going to get a straight line supply curve of an individual firm. So SS slopes upward. It shows more of a commodity is supplied at a higher price. See, if we talk about from the producer's point of view, अगर आप भी कोई चीज मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, प्रोड्यूसर हैं, तो आप ज्यादा चीज उस सेल करना चाहेंगे जब उनकी प्राइस राइज हो रही है, सो दैट यू कैन मेक मोर प्रॉफिट्स. फाइन. Now, market supply schedule refers to the supply schedule of all the firms in a market producing a particular product. So for just simplification's sake, here in the schedule, we have shown only two firms which are constituting the whole market. This market supply schedule is also known as industry supply schedule. Let's say that if there are only two firms, firm A and firm B, in the market or in the total industry, so these are the various quantity supplied by individual firm at various possible prices. So market supply will nothing, it will be the sum total of the units which are supplied by individual firms. So at 5 rupees per unit, market supply will be 0 plus 0, which is equal to 0. That is, none of the producer would like to supply their goods when the price is 5. At price 10, firm A would like to supply 10 units, firm B would like to supply 5 units. So market supply at price 10 per unit will be 10 plus 5, 15. Similarly, at price 15, market supply would be 30, and at price 20 per unit, market supply would be 50 per unit. So market supply curve, it's a graphic presentation of market supply schedule. It is a supply curve of the industry as a whole. It's a horizontal summation of individual supply curve and shows various quantities of a commodity that all firms in the market are ready to sell at different possible prices of that commodity. You can see this is the market supply. This is the supply curve of firm A. This is the supply curve of firm B. And this is market supply curve, which is the horizontal summation of the supply curve of firm A and firm B. Now there is one more term. It refers to minimum supply price of a commodity. Now, minimum supply price of a commodity refers to the reserve price of a commodity, that is the price below which the producer will not sell any quantity of a commodity. यानी कि अगर ये प्राइस यहाँ तक आ गई तो अगर इससे नीचे मतलब दिस इज अ मिनिमम, अगर इससे नीचे आई तो हम गुड्स को सेल नहीं करेंगे. Fine. So minimum supply price of a commodity refers to the reserve price of a commodity. और अगर उस price से नीचे commodity की price fall होती है, then the producers are not willing to supply the goods in the market. Now let's discuss about the slope of the supply curve. Now you can very well see that the slope of the supply curve is positive. Fine. Why? Because more of a quantity is being supplied when the prices are increasing. So it indicates a positive relationship between price of a commodity and its quantity supplied. We know that slope of any line is given by change in y upon change in x. On y-axis we are showing the prices and on x-axis we are showing the quantity supplied. So the slope of the supply curve refers to the ratio between change in price and change in quantity supplied. So the slope of the supply curve can be calculated by AB upon BC, that is change in P upon change in Q. Now let's proceed towards the next topic, that is supply function, and it is nothing but the determinant of supply. Supply function studies the functional relationship between supply of a commodity and its various determinants. Now we can see that this is a supply function Sx. Sx means your supply of particular commodity X is equal to F. F means is a function of or it is dependent upon P of X. P of X is nothing but the price of own commodity. Second, PR, price of related commodities, that is substitute goods and your complementary goods. NF, that is number of firms in the industry. G, that is goal of the firm. PF, that is price of factors of production. T, that is state of technology. EX, business expectations. And GP, government policy. These are the various factors on which the supply of a particular commodity is dependent upon. Now we are going to learn these factors in detail. See, this is a mind map showing the relationship of your quantity supplied with the various determinants. Now the first determinant is your own price of a commodity. So when the price of a commodity increases, its supply will also increase. So price of a commodity, own commodity, when it is going to increase, the supply will also increase. Second is the price of related goods. Now price of related goods. Let's take an example of the substitute goods. See, if the price of coffee is increasing, then the demand for coffee, fine, if the price of coffee is increasing, then the demand for coffee will fall, fine. When the demand for coffee will fall, then the demand for tea will rise, fine. Let's not bring demand into the picture. It's a very straightforward relationship. See, when the price of coffee will increase, the producers would like to supply more of coffee and will like to supply लेस ऑफ टी विच इज देयर सब्स्टिट्यूट गुड। अगर बेटा प्राइस कॉफी की इंक्रीज हो जाएगी तो प्रोड्यूसर भी तो कॉफी की सप्लाई को इंक्रीज करना चाहेगा, तो कॉफी की सप्लाई को इंक्रीज करने से क्या होगा, सप्लाई ऑफ टी विल डिक्रीज। The third determinant of demand is number of firms in a industry. So if there are more number of firms in the industry, obviously the supply will increase. Number of firms in an industry, if they are more, then the supply will increase. The fourth determinant of supply is goal of the firm. See, there could be two goals of the firm. First is either to maximize the profit. अगर फर्म प्रोड्यूसर का जो गोल है वो प्रॉफिट को मैक्सिमाइज करना है, सो व्हाट ही विल डू, मोर क्वांटिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी इज ऑफर्ड ओनली एट अ हायर प्राइस। मतलब वो जब प्राइस हाई होगी तभी वो क्वांटिटी की सप्लाई को इंक्रीज करेगा। लेकिन अगर प्रोड्यूसर का गोल सेल्स को मैक्सिमाइज करना है तो इन दैट केस मोर विल बी सप्लाइड इवन एट द सेम प्राइस। यानी कि अगर प्राइस इंक्रीज भी नहीं हो रही तब भी प्रोड्यूसर विल बी willing to supply more. Reason that he wants to increase the market share, he wants to increase the sales. The fifth determinant of supply is price of factors of production. Now see, if the price of factors of production fall, अगर प्राइस फॉल होती है फैक्टर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन की तो टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन भी फॉल हो जाती है। अगर कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल हो रही है तो आपका प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो जाता है। सो if your profit margin will increase, then the producer would like to supply more at the existing price of the commodity। यानी कि प्राइस इंक्रीज नहीं हुई है लेकिन प्रोड्यूसर आपका ज्यादा सप्लाई करने में इसलिए इंटरेस्टेड हो जाएगा बिकॉज कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल हो गई है। कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल होने से प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, आप ज्यादा प्रॉफिट अर्न कर सकते हैं, है ना। आपका कॉस्ट बनाने का गुड्स को कम हो रहा है, प्रॉफिट, अगर कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल हो रही है प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो रहा है बिकॉज प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी रिमेन्स सेम, then the producer would like to supply more to earn more profit. The sixth factor of production is state of technology. Now if the state of technology is improved, आपकी we are moving towards a better technology, हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी इंक्रीज हो रही है तो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल्स। अगर आप वी आर यूजिंग बेटर टेक्नोलॉजी तो हमारी कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल हो जाती है। देन अगेन फॉलोइंग द सेम रीजन, कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉल हो रही है तो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, देन द प्रोड्यूसर विल बी विलिंग टू सप्लाई मोर एट एग्जिस्टिंग प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी। द second last point is business expectations. Now business expectations क्या होता है बेटा, मार्केट में ना दो तरीके के ट्रेंड होते हैं, एक होता है बुलिश ट्रेंड, एक होता है बेयरिश ट्रेंड। बुलिश ट्रेंड होता है कि आपकी मार्केट राइज हो रही है और फ्यूचर में आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि आपको ज्यादा प्रॉफिट होंगे, ज्यादा आपका बाइंग होगी, फाइन। सो इन दैट केस जब बुलिश ट्रेंड होती है और हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि मार्केट आगे आप हमारी जो डिमांड है वो इंक्रीज होगी और हमारा बिजनेस इंक्रीज होगा, सो इन दैट केस इन्वेस्टमेंट्स टेंड टू राइज। और जब इन्वेस्टमेंट राइज होती है देन अगेन सप्लाई विल स्टार्ट राइजिंग। भाई जब प्रोड्यूसर इन्वेस्ट करेगा बेटा तो इन्वेस्टमेंट का व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट बाय अ प्रोड्यूसर, टू इंक्रीज द सप्लाई। प्रोड्यूसर अपने बिजनेस में इन्वेस्टमेंट तभी इंक्रीज करेगा जब वो सप्लाई को इंक्रीज करना चाहेगा। तो जब मार्केट में बुलिश ट्रेंड आता है, बुलिश ट्रेंड का मतलब है कि मार्केट राइजिंग ट्रेंड पे है, मार्केट एक्सपेक्ट कर रही है कि बिजनेस और ग्रो करेगा, देन सप्लायर्स or the producers will invest more, and when they will invest more the supply will increase. And the last determinant of supply is government policy. अब गवर्नमेंट अगर टैक्स इंक्रीज कर देती है, फाइन, इंक्रीज इन टैक्सेस होंगे द सप्लाई विल फॉल, द सप्लाई विल डिक्रीज। और अगर गवर्नमेंट प्रोड्यूसर्स को सब्सिडी ऑफर कर देती है तो the supply will increase. और टैक्स का इंक्रीज होना या सब्सिडी ऑफर करने से, सी व्हेन द टैक्सेस विल बी इंक्रीज्ड द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन विल इंक्रीज. कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज होने से क्या होगा, आपका जो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है वो डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. देन प्रोड्यूसर विल बी विलिंग टू सप्लाई लेस. लेकिन सब्सिडी मिलने से आपके फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, they will become cheaper, cost of production will fall, so producers will be willing to supply, willing to increase the supply more. I hope that all the determinants of supply is clear to all of you. I hope that all the determinants of supply are clear to all of you. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.